Hi, I am Girish or Gowda. In Google, Fighter Girish. I am an international kickboxing champion and 11 times gold medalist in national champion. And I am a mountaineering too. I do climbing high altitude treks and the Indian kickboxing coach. I am a cancer survivor too. During the World Championship, I completed my World Championship in 2016 and came back from Russia. I won my silver medal over there and came back and slowly started a pimple on my face. And I thought like, what is a pimple? It's generally everyone knows about it's a pimple, and even I should take all the doctor consultation. They used to tell, okay, some infection has happened. Later, I was supposed to go for a Asian Championship in 2017 in Kazakhstan. I was getting ready. Suddenly I fainted and fell down in a gym where I was to do the workout. And everyone like shocked. Girish, it never happened like this in his life. What happened? I think March 21st, yeah, I still remember the date. 5 days before, in between the teeth, there was bleeding. Then I showed dentist doctor. There was a doctor, and I just showed a doctor, this is what. And they told it's okay. It's again, they saw the reports and they told it's an infection. I didn't realize. Then later, my family doctor has told that I think you have some related to a blood problem. You should go and consult some private hospital. Suddenly, because I used to go for very good in diet, fitness. I used to go for all the workouts, everything. But I'm healthy and happily I wasn't eating, no alcoholic, anything. Then suddenly, the hospital people, like the staff has given, I think you have related to cancer, but they didn't tell which type of cancer, everything. Then I got shocked. Why for me? I was scared about the cancer because everyone knows that cancer, if cancer comes, no one can survive. We'll go to side care hospital. I came to side care hospital and Dr. Harimanan was here, told, no, we can treat. Then they told that one more surprise was they put me in a ward. I asked doctor, sir, why you are putting me in a ward? Because I'm in very bad critical situation. They told, no, we can treat you. Then I got more hope. Then I realized that, okay, there is a treatment for cancer. So I've done many treks in India and international, also in Nepal. I've done 5 times Everest Base Camp. Recently I reached Labuchi East Peak, which is 6,200 meters. And hopefully I'm going to complete my Everest trek also very soon. I'm going to climb Everest. Very important thing, your food. It should be very clean. You prepare yourself. Don't have outside like any different number of foods, everything, and no any junk foods, no street foods, no outside foods. Please stop this. This is a major cause for cancer. Have healthy food and stay healthy.
Hi, this is Mili Baruah. I started my career as a newsreader and a lawyer, and I was with airline for some time. But what brought me to mind and body wellness, I would like to give the credit to cancer. I was diagnosed with cancer in 2014, and there was actually no signs, there was no symptom for that, and it was very dormant. But yes, definitely it was very traumatic at that moment when I was diagnosed with cancer. So it was in the year of 2014. There was actually no change in my body, or there was actually nothing much happening that I could think of cancer or something very serious. But one day I was just lying down and I just touched my chest, and then I felt there was a piece kind of a thing which was growing, and it was actually negligible because there was no pain. So when there is no pain, we don't think too much about it, that there is some problem. So I also ignored, and it continued for some more time. After 15-20 days, again I thought, let me check how it is, and then when I checked, it was actually growing big. And then it was a concern at that moment because there was no pain, there was no discomfort, there was no other symptom. But I thought, okay, it is high time I should go and meet a doctor and show it and get it checked what actually is happening to my body. So it's time for me to meet a doctor, and I met a physician, and he told me to go for surgery because it looked like a lump. And once the surgery was done, after the biopsy, he told me it is cancer. and it was really traumatic at that moment, no doubt about it. But yes, I took it in a very positive way, and he told me to meet a surgical oncologist or a medical oncologist for further evaluation. So the word cancer is very traumatic, but I had two roads, or I would say I had two options. One is to just cry and just think about it and not do anything. And the other option was to smile, meet the doctor and go ahead with the treatment and come out of it. Within 1 month's time my chemo started. I had 16 chemotherapy. So overall the treatment was almost 7 to 8 months. I think November 1st was my last chemo. And during the treatment I was definitely very positive, and I feel the people around the person who is going through cancer should also be very positive and keeping a very positive attitude. So finally it was the last day of my treatment, 1st November 2014, and I was really happy. And I asked my doctor, Dr. Puamma, CEO, so what is next? The treatment got over and Dr. Puamma told, just try to stay fit. Cancer does not mean death always, or cancer does not mean that life after cancer is very, very difficult. If you make your mindset correct, if you have a good mindset, or if you feel happy, if you feel energetic, if you feel positive, then life is much more healthier and happier than what it was before. That is what I feel, or that is what my feeling is.
I am Renuka Prasad, today 76 years old, and it was way back in 1997 when I was just about 49 years old. Out of the blue, when I discovered that, I discovered the small lump, and I really didn't know what the hell is it. It was on Holi, and like it is in the army, we have a lovely celebration. After the festival, when I was trying to wash off that color that I felt, a small little tiny lump. It was hardly pea-sized also, a very small little pea which I felt, and the normal thing is will it away, it will go away. After about 3-4 days, but I again felt it, it was still there, it hadn't gone. And I did have a nagging doubt of the cancer aspect, so I was a little wary about the lump. And well, so it happened. It did turn out to be cancerous, because one knew that it's that dreaded C, and I don't know what my survival rates would be. But yes, the doctor did say that it's the first stage, it's a very tiny lump, and hopefully the surgery would show that it hasn't spread anywhere, and it would be a minimum course of treatment and not the very heavy dosage which I would get. So that was a relief, and that sort of built in a positivity that okay, if it's that much, maybe I can cope with it. And then of course the thought was not maybe, it is I am going to cope with it. And I can vouch most effectively that yes, early detection is the key to fighting your cancer. After the surgery, when I saw that gaping hole for the first time in my life, I saw myself in the mirror. Oh, I could hardly recognize myself once the stitches, the bandages had been removed. And that was the only time for a moment that I went down, my barometer of positivity came crashing down, and I went into deep depression. How am I going to move out in the social world, which I was so fond of socializing and so enjoying myself in? And it was that only which troubled me, which again got solved within a couple of hours only by the doctor having one of the volunteers visit me and tell me about bras, prosthesis, about the way to go about it. So it was just a very short-lived depression, and I was bouncing back again and really bounced back and thrived. And I joined Indian Cancer Society way back in 1998. And that's where my journey with this society started. Cancer, as we all know, is a lifestyle disease, and see that you do not neglect yourself.